Coach, you ready?
Yeah, really proud of our guys. Great win. I thought that was as active and aggressive defensively as we've been all year. And offensively, we had a couple of droughts, but boy, we had a great finish to the first half and a really good spurt in the middle of the second half to open it up. And these two guys did a heck of a job for us handling the pressure and running the offense. And we had some guys really step up. So great win for us to start league off.
Wayne, that second half, how close is that to just the type of style you want to see from your guys?
Yeah, I mean we've been waiting for that. That's how we want to play. You know, aggressive, keep the defense, or I'm sorry, keep the offense kind of stuck in mud a little bit. We'll watch the film and see that they probably miss some shots they normally make, but we were aggressive. We were flying around, and we finally, I thought, made the opponent try to adjust to what we were doing, and then offensively they carried over. You know, carried over to the offensive side of the ball. We had guys scoring, and we got back to where we average our assists. You know, normally 16, 17 a game, sharing that thing, and guys made plays for us. So great team win.
And Stevie, can you just talk about what you guys were able to do defensively in the second half that allowed you to be so successful there?
I think the main part is we were being much more active in our zone, and when we went man-to-man, we got a lot of deflections, and we were really in our help gaps and cutting the ball off on their drives. And so I think energy on defense was the biggest key to our success.
Stevie, 22 points in the second half. What sparked you, particularly with the way you were able to run and get out in transition after a slow start?
I think as a team we just did a better job of attacking in transition and being aggressive and throwing the ball up the court. And when we're playing like that, it's easy for everybody to get involved and score the ball and put up a large point total.
Was that a specific plan going into the second half to try to get you running more, or did it just kind of work out that way with the way you were able to defend?
I think we knew with our defense that we were going to have a lot more transition opportunities, and the focus was to keep getting stops so we can have those transition opportunities, and we did a good job of doing that.
Ethan, it was you and Trace that had a 10-0 run by yourselves in that close of the first half. What sparked that, and what do you think that did for you guys going into the second half?
I just think that we just came out with a lot of energy, and it got us easy baskets. Trace had a couple nice shots, and then that gave us more energy. So I think we were able to just capitalize on that.
When we saw a couple times with, or at least one time with 3 freshmen on the floor at the same time, obviously, you know, Kendall didn't go tonight. What's the availability that he has, and can you go to those 3 freshmen like that, or is that just kind of what you had to do tonight?
Well, we've been talking about having to do that if we're going to reach our potential. Those guys are going to have to give us a lift off the bench. And what we're trying to tell them is it's not necessarily scoring the ball, it's defensive effort, taking care of the ball, not trying to do too much, not turning it over, rebounding. And I think sometimes they're eager, they want to come in and score, and I think that's going to lead to more playing time. And so we're going through that transition right now. But I thought Alfred and Ben were really good for us, a little bit of a physical and athletic presence in the paint, on the glass. And you know, we're going to need to keep going at those guys. I know Zach, we threw him in the first half. He's going to be fresh for us on Sunday. You know, Ronnie gave us a good little spurt in the first half. He's fresh. So we're going to have to go to some different guys on Sunday with the short turnaround. But we've got to continue to get some contributions off the bench because, you know, we can't play the guys the minutes that we've been playing if we're going to continue to play this style. If we've got to shorten the bench, then we're going to have to slow things down. And I know that these guys don't want to play that way. So we're just going to keep challenging those guys, knowing that they're going to get better. They're young and they need time. The only way to get experience is to get time. And so hopefully we'll be able to do that a little bit. And they'll give us another boost on Sunday afternoon. But good overall. I mean, that's as good as Drew's done protecting the rim in a while, 6 blocks. He's so competitive and he wants to do so many things. And we tell him, you know, it's going to be defense and rebounding every night. And then it'll probably, from game to game, change whether we get you the ball a whole bunch, you know. But for him, you know, to only get 7 points and us to win that way says a lot about our team. And hopefully on Sunday that'll flip. And but if not, you know, what we said in the locker room is this is a team game, and we've got to be excited for each other when we get these wins, and got to learn from them and keep building. And there's some things that we got to learn from even tonight. But I was really excited or happy with our guys' performance. First game out, back in Gill, setting the tone for the start of the year.
Ethan, your coach talked about after that Kent State game not being real happy with the defense, particularly on the perimeter. What was it that really sparked you guys in that time since then, and what was different tonight about your defense?
I think we were all amped up about starting the Pac-12, and before we went out to take the court, we were talking about how to protect Gill, and defensively that's how we do it, and just keep getting stops, and then that led to easy transitions.
Wayne, could you just talk a little about Trace's performance tonight? It's kind of doing a little bit of everything once again. Is that what you're going to need from him? You think?
Yeah, you know, I don't know. I mean, these guys all probably have good point guard skills, but we know without a quote-unquote true point guard, they're going to have to take turns making plays. And with our motion, although sometimes it gets stuck a little bit, it gives us the opportunity for these guys, you know, to make plays for each other. And so it was great to see. He hit a couple threes early, and then the second half he started out shooting 2 threes, and we wanted to stay aggressive. And he was able to get to the rim and you know, draw and kick a little bit, and then that just leads to the next guy. And it becomes contagious in a good way. And so I'm proud of these guys for sharing the ball the way that they did. And you look at the 3 of those guys that I mentioned, and they had 14 assists, even though they all scored pretty well too. So they're being complete there, where they're able to score it, but then making plays for each other. And that's what we need to continue to do as we build this thing.
How do you expect to handle the quick turnaround with an afternoon game on Sunday? And do you know about Kendall or G for that game?
G's highly doubtful. Kendall was going to be, I mean, he wasn't going to suit up until I saw him in the locker room and told him to suit up. And just said, hey, even if it's free throws in the last minute, you know, we may need you. But then he said as he went through warm-ups, he felt pretty good. But as the game played out, that's why we went to Zach and early. As the game played out, we were able to get him the rest. So I'm sure he'll be good to go on Sunday. A little tweak in the groin on Tuesday's practice.